Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real. So do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Look, on today's conversation, actress Lupita, oh my goodness, it's I'm gonna try and pronounce her last name. It's always so hard. Forgive me, Lupita. But she's so famous. All you have to do is just say Lupita. Lupita Nyong'o. Lupita Nyong'o. She had said after receiving so much high praise and awards in past films, there was a period where she was only receiving scripts for slave movies. And it's like, first of all, that's not what she's should be known for. That's not what should she be, how can I put it? That's not what she should be known for. There we go. Couldn't get the word out. After her Oscar win, the only thing directors and scripts are getting sent to her is slave scripts. And it's extremely insulting because she's more than that. We've seen the high praise and success her role in the Black Panther films and so many other films, and just don't put her in one hub. Now, if she chooses to do that, that's up to her. But if that's not the case, then don't do it. So we're going to talk about that. In addition to that, y'all won't believe the press room has added two familiar voices and faces to that space, and you won't believe it, but we'll talk about it later on the show. Also, Campbell's Soup exec, that's if he's still the exec by the time y'all tune into this, had went on a rant saying that he'll never feed Campbell's to his family, and it's only basically made for the poor people. They only feed it to poor people. I'm like, I like Campbell's. But I know a lot of folks that don't care for Campbell's. Hey, I'm on the island on my own. And then also, imagine receiving a $6.25 billion donation. Well, I'm going to discuss a couple that is doing so. And then also, if we have some time here on the program, I got another interesting story that I will be sharing with you all here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Before I move forward, as always, thank you so much, my friends, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to tune into yet another great convo here on the Arrington Gavin Show. For those who are watching us right now on YouTube, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share with a friend, share with family. I truly appreciate it. And again, do me a favor. I'm having some little technical difficulties over here, but yes, like, subscribe, share with a friend, share with family. I truly appreciate it. If you can do so. We are continuing to grow our platform each and every day, and we could not do it without the help of you all, the listeners and viewers out there. So again, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Arrington Gavin Show. In addition to watching us on YouTube, you can also check us out on Gaetz TV. That's right, Gaetz TV. We're available on Gaetz TV. It's available on the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire TV. Multiple ways you can, check out past episodes of the Arrington Gavin Show. And so those are the two platforms where you can watch us on. And then in addition to watching us, you can also check us out on Facebook as well. And you can listen to us on the go wherever you get your podcasts, whether that's iHeartRadio, Odyssey, app, you name it. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. Then you can also listen to us on the radio airwaves in your car. In the New Orleans area, you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights by way of WBOK, 12:30 a.m., What New Orleans is Talking About. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights at 7 p.m. Central Time. Again, that's only on WBOK, 12:30 a.m., What New Orleans is Talking About. And then we're going to head over to the Houston area to Afro Vibes Radio, where you can listen in Mondays, 12 p.m. Central Time to the Arrington Gavin Show. Again, that's Mondays, 12 p.m. Central Time, and that's on Afro Vibes Radio. And then lastly, you're going to head over to the Metro Atlanta area to WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, that's on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. All right, now that I got that going, how's everybody doing this evening? How are you all doing? You having a good holidays? We're almost coming up on the New Year's. Do you have New Year's resolutions? Do you do New Year's resolutions? First of all, let me just break it down for you. New Year's is my favorite holiday. I love Christmas, right? I love Thanksgiving. I love a lot of holidays, but New Year's is my ultimate, like, it's my favorite one. Why? Because it's like just you're starting fresh, new chapters, new goals. I love it. And so it's so much stuff is happening here. I'm actually doing the show today from my new workspace. One of my new businesses out here in my hometown, Evolve Imagery. It's a photography and videography workspace, and so I'm in the podcasting room right now. Just again, it's a new business. I want to make sure everything works perfectly for our customers, which we've been receiving great reviews so far. But I'm always uncertain in certain things, man. I'm kind of fidgety like that because I want the best. I want the best, and so I'm actually I'm doing the show here from this studio and not my regular office studio where I always do the show at. But yeah, my friends, doing it here and just having a wonderful, wonderful time right now. Just continue to uplift this country, man. We're in some times, but one thing that has I've always been for those that are feeling down. There's a quote from Maya Angelou, and I hope I don't ruin it. You come in as one, but you stand as 10,000. You come in as one, but you stand as 10,000. There are going to be moments in your life where you're going to feel that you don't belong. You're going to have doubts. Come on, we all have doubts with stuff, right? But just remember, y'all, you got this. In order to be successful, you're going to have to fall. You can't be successful if you don't learn from your mistakes. Come on now. Come on, I ain't gonna preach for y'all, but I'm just keeping it a buck with you. If we have to, in order for us to be successful, we can't do it without having our falls and mistakes. So again, hope that was some good, words of wisdom, encouragement, motivation. But we gotta, like I said, we got a lot of stuff to discuss today, but I just wanted to, have that moment just to check up on you, all the listeners and viewers out there, because again, we all have it. As a business owner, I always have my moments where I just need to, decompress, especially, doing a show, right? When I'm speaking on news and conversations and topics from all avenues, and it could, everything could be stressful because you're constantly indulging into what's happening in our world. And so I just, always want to do just a healing moment right there, my friends. Look, what we're going to do right now, we're going to pay some bills. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Arrington Gavin Show.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together, we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs, and we're gonna bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create, from weddings to corporate events and everything in between. We specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up. Yeah, this that new Goat Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of the app he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. Before we move forward, I do want to acknowledge, for those that are unaware, Virginia U.S. Senator Mark Warner. He's a senior senator. We have two. Every state has two senators representing senators. In our state, state of Virginia, there's Mark Warner, and then there's Tim Kaine. You've heard me mention them before because recently they were kind of at odds on whether to continue the shutdown or whether to reopen the government back up. Mark Warner was for continue the shutdown. Tim Kaine was the opposite. A lot of folks have been coming after Tim Kaine because of that. He's been receiving backlash. But fast forward through all of that, Senator Mark Warner recently announced that he's running for re-election in Senate for 2026. Now, let me just kind of give you just a little briefing just on the career of Mark Warner, because I'm 30 years old now. Since I could know who served in office and senator and just all that other stuff, everybody knew Mark Warner. Mark Warner has literally been in politics since I've been born. He is 70 years old. He initially started working he was the chairman for the Democratic Party for the state of Virginia. Then he was the governor in 2002, from 2002 to 2006. Chair of the National Governors Association. Then he was an U.S. Senator in 2009. He's been a U.S. Senator. Okay. He's been a U.S. Senator he was elected into the U.S. Senate since 2009. Now, here's my thing. Now, again, I'm a big believer of hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? If it ain't broke, why try to attempt to fix it? Mark Warner, how can I put this? Mark Warner is, for one of the wealthiest people, third wealthiest member of U.S. Congress, in the U.S. Congress. Apparently has a net worth of over $200 million, and it's wealthiest Democrat and third wealthiest member of Congress. Not saying that's like a, ooh, that's interesting. That's a is that kind of suspect? No, I mean, hey, I'm pretty sure when he started his political career, he was already extremely successful. He was telecommunications related venture capital during the 1980s. He founded and led the Columbia Capital firm. He also co-founded Capital Seller Corporation. This was all before he entered into politics. Now, I'm curious to see. Yeah, so from working in business, he pretty much he worked and he was involved himself in public efforts related to healthcare, transportation, telecommunication, information technology, and education. He managed Doug Wilder's successful gubernatorial campaign. Douglas Wilder was the first African American ever elected to governor. Let me see here. He was the first African American ever elected as governor. That was in 1989. So he's always been involved in politics, but again, skipped over the local route, went straight for the state routes, from state to governor. I mean, from state to federal. He had announced, I mentioned before, that he's running for re-election. And where am I going with this? I know I'm kind of fumbling around here. He addresses himself as a radical centrist. He's a fan favorite to many. I just personally am not a fan of folks that have been repeat people nonstop. I just wish that it was, and I know that there is, but I wish that he will give an opportunity for someone new to appear in that position. But I'm no strategist. Now, if I have to talk with some of my friends who are strategists, especially Democratic strategists, they would say no. The party needs to do all they can to win over to have control of the Senate or have control of the House. Those are the two most powerful positions that the Democratic Party needs to do in order to receive power. They need to continue to do all they can to get guaranteed wins for the Senate races. And as I mentioned, Warner has not lost in a long time. Let me see if I can look at his electoral history real quick, and then we'll move it on. Let's see here. 09, 2014, 1, 2, 3. Just 3? I guess so, because yes, it's because it's every 6 years for the governor, for the U.S. Senator's race. So this will technically be his fourth term? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this will be his fourth term, but again, 6 years. So hence why he's aging in this position. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw that there, but that wasn't really on our list of stories that we were going to talk about. Let me actually open up the floor with some of the topics that we wanted to discuss here. Let's see here. So, Matt Gaetz recently was seen sitting in the press room as a reporter. He's not the only one. Let me actually go ahead and, for those who are watching, let me remind you all who Matt Gaetz is, because I can see it like that. And who the hell is Matt Gaetz? Who's this Matt Gaetz? Because Matt Gaetz, if y'all don't recall, Matt Gaetz was the individual that was, in my opinion, kicked out of Congress because now he didn't lose a race. He was winning re-elections nonstop, but he was facing a lot of allegations during his term in office. He was right there front and center with then massive MAGA supporter Marjorie Taylor Greene. He was a very vocal supporter of Donald Trump, far right, in my opinion. But he was getting caught up in some allegations of what was it, like underage stuff. Like wasn't good at all. Wasn't good at all. And there was an investigation going on over it, and he eventually just ended up leaving. But like every villain, they leave, but they always find success somewhere. Now, I don't look at it as a come up for him. He left Congress, and now he hosts a late night or primetime show on OAN, which is an extreme right leaning or right wing conservative network. And so that's what he's doing now. Now, calling him a reporter is hogwash in my opinion. I mean, look, I don't consider myself a reporter. Being a reporter is a whole different ball game. Okay, I've had folks that are true journalists, true reporters on this show. For example, shout out to my mentor Barbara Ham Lee. That is a person that is a journalist. Okay, and she's done it for years. Who else have I had on? I don't even consider my good friend Kate Powell as a journalist because she does the work. She's more on the activism side. I look at her as a political influencer, but she does the work. She does the work. You hear me? Let me read you this article here reported by The Hill. Gaetz and Laura Loomer join new Pentagon press corps for rare briefing. You have Laura Loomer, again, another hot mess. Then you have Matt Gaetz, former Florida Republican congressman, were among members of the press room recently with the Pentagon press secretary Kinsley Wilson. Now, Gaetz, the lawmaker, once floated for attorney general. Remember that. I forgot all about that. He was in the running. He was nominated by the president to be attorney general. Now host of the pro-Trump media outlet One American News Network, was called on earlier during the briefing, and he asked Wilson what role the U.S. military could play in Venezuela if the South American country's leader, Nicolas Maduro, flees the country amid a pressure campaign from the Trump administration over alleged drug trafficking. All right. Now, quote here from Wilson, he said, the department has a contingency plan for everything. Our focus is taking our narco terrorists. Every single boat we strike is saving American lives. Okay. The briefing came as the Pentagon faced backlash, including some Republican lawmakers over a pair of military strikes in September on an alleged drug trafficking boat in the Caribbean. Now, the second of which reportedly killed survivors of the initial hit. Now, when Loomer, a far-right activist and media personality, was called on, she asked about plans for the U.S. government sells fighter jets to Qatar. Let me pause right there because this was another reason why when this new administration entered into the White House, they revamped the whole press room. Okay, they changed it out. What they did, they added only folks that kiss up to the man in the Oval Office. They only allowed one narrative, in my opinion. They banned those that were giving you true journalism and balanced journalism. And so now we got Gaetz, who was a former congressman who was out of his mind, in my opinion. Now he's in the press room. I mean, Lord, what is this world coming to? Lord, what is this world coming to? Whew, had to have a moment there, y'all. Had to have a moment. Let's see. Okay, Wilson replied that the Pentagon looks forward to continuing in partnership with Qatar. A position Loomer pressed back on, saying the Middle Eastern nation is the largest sponsor of the Muslim Brotherhood, and asking if the U.S. world reevaluate its relationship with the nation. Now, the press secretary demurred, saying that Defense Department prioritizes national security, and she said she was not aware of any changes to U.S.-Qatar military agreements. Now, it says here, earlier this fall, the Pentagon announced a major revamp of the operation procedures for press covering the department, asking reporters to sign a restrictive press policy and sparking a mass exodus of mainstream media outlets from the building. Again, it's comical for someone who's always fighting for freedom of this, freedom of that, and I'm sorry, they do not obey, they do not practice what they preach. Okay, they say one thing and do the opposite every single time, and I mean, you literally have a war on freedom of speech, a war of freedom of press. It's and let me not say war, but you're seeing a ending of freedom of speech and freedom of press, and he's just and when I say he, I mean Trump, his administration. They're going after everybody that disagrees with. If he says go right and they say go left, he's like, fire them. They have to go. They're the worst. All right. They're not great reporters anyway. I don't like them. Who are you with? Yeah, that's why I sued your guys. All right. You're an awful reporter. You're awful. And the sad part is, one, he does it because that's the way he is, but he does it to show off in front of the camera. Now, lately, I don't know if you've seen him, but the man been falling asleep in front of the camera. So his camera work is getting a little rusty there. The Trump administration responded by credentialing a number of right-wing and MAGA-friendly figures. Okay, so basically what I explained earlier, those that are in the press room is only those that kiss up to the ring, and that bends the knee, like a Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is somebody that only made a career for himself by following behind Trump. He is a perfect example of somebody that grew a career off the Trump name, off the MAGA movement, and he's doing what he can to stay relevant in that MAGA movement. His I've seen his show before. His intro is saying, "Hey," is basically Trump quoting, saying that he supports Matt Gaetz or all this. Like, I mean, that's what he does. That's him, because he looks at Trump like a god. Marjorie Taylor Greene basically said no more because she's leaving, which it still blows my mind that she's saying that she's leaving, and out of all day she's leaving on January 6th. Interesting, right? I know. But yeah, Matt Gaetz is doing what he can to stay relevant. He's doing what he can to stay relevant. He no longer shows the spray tan anymore. He's acting like a reporter. Is like I said, comical. And the crazy thing is, most of these folks that are allowed down to work in the press room has no experience. I'm talking like experience like a April Ryan. Okay, April Ryan's been doing it for decades, y'all. She's an OG when it comes to the press room. They don't have a lick of what the hell they know what they're doing. They don't know what the hell they're doing. All they know is that they just nod your head, and all they do is, like, one lady I remember a while back, I can't remember which company she worked for, but she was like saying, hi, I'm such and such, and like, how does the president keep in good shape? He looks like in better shape this year or this term than he did this last term. How does he do it? The older he gets, he's aging backwards. Like, well, how does he work out? Can you answer that for me? Can you answer that for me? Like, even after we're off the press secretary, she's like, Well, I mean, I'm like, this is the world we live in, y'all. And you know what's so funny? I'm having conversation with folks that were defending him for so long in this administration. And the funny part is when folks will ask, like, you know, do you support this person, that person, but I give my reason, but I say yes, and then it's like, well, what have they ever done for you? And I'm like, hold up, I've never said that the opposing side done any better, or I just said I do not support this man in the office, and of course then I do explain like why I voted for this candidate and that candidate, and I give my reasons, but they always are immediately ready to defend because they know he ain't doing a good job. They know he's not doing a good job. Like, when I see folks that will forever say he's been the best president that we've ever had, and I mean, I hate to use a country accent like it's mostly Southern people because it's not, but that was the impression that I had in my head right now. Economy sucks. Let's just be real. Division is on an all-time high and it's continued to get higher. All right. Folks that have supported him, let's be honest, Marjorie Taylor Greene would walk into a movie like she would what's the word I'm looking for? She would get hit by a moving train just to in the name of Trump. She would do all she can. She was defending Trump 24/7, y'all. 24/7. 24/7. Now she's saying that he's a traitor. She's calling him a traitor. Well, he called her a traitor. She's in Marjorie Trader Green. Marjorie Trader Green. All right. Like, did you ever think you would see the day, my friends? Did you ever think you would see the day where his pride and joy would leave him? Never thought I'd see the day. Never thought I'd see the day. Anyways, we're talking politics right now. What else do we want to share? Well, I think that was really the main thing that I wanted to share with you because I thought it was AI when I first saw it. I really thought it was AI. I'm like, no way in the world that Matt Gaetz is in the press room. Like, to me, that's one of the scariest things because I don't, there's folks in media that probably started off as journalists, but how can I put it? They follow the money. They saw what was popular. They saw what was lucrative, and they just said, let's just keep going with that. Because look, as much as I don't care for a Jesse Waters, I most likely think that Jesse probably at one point wanted to be was a journalist. Okay, he probably was a good journalist, but now he sees what's lucrative. He sees what's profitable. So now what he does is not journalism. First of all, I'll be honest. When it comes to Fox News, you have I think mornings you have accurate journalists. Yes, they show favoritism, but they're accurate journalists in my opinion. I think I'm not crazy about Harris. Was it Harris Faulkner? I'm not. I'm not a fan of her. I'm not. I mean, she's rolling the dough because what she leads two shows. She has her own, and then she does another one with a bunch of ladies. Brett Baer, accurate, right? I feel like he's more of a moderate Republican in my opinion, at least with his stances as far as reporting. But yeah, when you get past him, I mean, the Five, give me a break. Give me a break. Who is that? Who is an accurate journalist on the 5? Nobody is. Now Jessica Tarlow, she's dope. As I mentioned, how I feel about Jesse. I think Dana. Dana was a former press secretary, so she knows the game. She knows how the role goes. Greg Gunfeld is just there to add laughs, which is the funny part is he's not funny. Like his jokes, his late night show is, I'm sorry, it's trash for me. Like I don't find the humor in it. I mean, his demographic, his audience are literally 75 and up white folks and conservatives. And that's his demo. That's his demo. Older Caucasian individuals that lean very conservative, that's very old school. Like his jokes are corny. And I've tried so hard to, and he might throw a couple of, there's a 2-point, but has he ever shot a 3 yet? He tries, but he never made one in my opinion. Yeah. Now there is a guy. Oh, I forget his name. He's on Weekends. Jimmy Fallon. Now Fallon is he's funny. I will say he's pretty funny. I'll give him props. But man, most of these outlets, right, left, centered. I mean, I commend those that are in the more balance, trying to give you a little bit of both. I watch News Nation pretty often. They throw in a couple people that is extremely partisan to the point I'm like, what they're saying is irrelevant. But hey, you gotta have that. You have to hear from those sides of the odds. I get it. You got MS Now, you have your CNNs, you have your MSNBC, your Fox, I said MSNBC. MS Now is MS or was MSNBC. But you have your MS Now, you have your CNN, you have your Newsmax. I mean, you have these outlets now that see when you own the narrative, then the rest is history, because everybody always going to continue to listen what you have to say. And that's why it's important, my friends, watch it all. That's my watch it all. I ain't saying watch hours and hours, but I'm saying watch and listen and build up your own perspective on what you see is like, okay, I hear you. I'm seriously, because at the end of the day, they're gonna be picking a side. They're gonna do whatever their employers tell them to say, and this and that and the other. You have your very accurate, very, very accomplished and trustworthy reporters. But you at the end of the day, do your own now. Shout out to all the other independent medias, like you get a lot of folks now that are building platforms on Substack and podcasts, right? Or on talk radio. I mean, you have those voices that in my opinion speaks truth to what the people, because we're one with the people, right? We're sharing what we've heard or what we've spoken about in the field. Now, look, I'm not a journalist. I've told folks all the time, don't be quoting me. Take my opinion with a grain of salt. But I will say, what I do is I'm speaking to folks from all sides of the aisle. I'm hearing firsthand, and then I'm seeing what I start checking out, doing my own research in a sense, and then I'm like, okay, let me break it down for you here on the program. So that's what we do here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Let me move it on, my friends. Let me move it on. Let's see here. Let me bring up this story here. So imagine you, a black man, being accused or being accused of a crime because law enforcement says you look like our suspect. Oh, but wait, here's the funny part. The suspect is a white man. Okay, the suspect is a white man. So let me go ahead and bring up the let me play the soundbite for you. But this gentleman, his name is, he's a former NFL star, a former NFL player. Excuse me, Wesley Lisi, and he is a former Arizona Cardinals linebacker, and he was recently held at gunpoint outside of a Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport after officers mistook his car for a shooting suspect vehicle. Suspect was described as a white male. Lisi and his daughter are black. Okay. So my thing is this. You have, hold up, I spelled the man's name wrong. I'm over here typing it in as we speak, because when I came across this article, I'm like, wait, what? So this is reported by NBC News. Former NFL player seeks $2 million after being mistakenly held at gunpoint by police. And I'm not saying this man doesn't understand how serious it is in society. And look, I'm an advocate. I support our first responders. I support the men in blue. I understand that we're all not perfect and people make mistakes, but in cases like this is like a big mistake. Like this is something where you have got to improve in the training. Now, y'all are looking at the vehicle first, but again, we have, and to my knowledge, we should have the resources and the tools to verify if this is the exact car. Then you realize that if we stop this car, we better make sure our suspect is in here. If not, we have a creep. But I'm saying y'all held this man at gunpoint. They shouldn't even have to do that. He could have even put down the windows like, hey, hand out. Hold on, we're looking for a white man. That's the black hand. No, no. Let me go ahead and play this clip real quick.
With guns drawn,
lay on the ground.
Officers ordered Lisi and his 26-year-old daughter to the ground, cuffing and detaining both of them.
My understanding is that the individual that they were after was a white male.
There was a description provided of the shooter, that he was possibly a white male wearing a black mask and black sweats. But they say they do not believe officers with the vehicle that Lisi was in were aware of that information.
Why are you guys arresting us? I'm asking whoever's near me, can you explain what's going on? Why am I being detained? Why am I being arrested?
According to Lisi, after about 20 minutes, officers realized they had the wrong man.
Ultimately, they arrested a 19-year-old man named Hayden Beaver.
They released Lisi and his daughter.
That's not how you want to get picked up from the airport.
Lisi and his attorney. It's too little, too late, and they intend to sue Mesa Police.
Get on the ground, both of you!
As he should. Again, the man had said, well, can you at least tell me what the man you're looking for? Because I'm literally, that's not me. And the sad thing is, this man is already a familiar face in the state of Arizona. He played for the flipping Arizona Cardinals, for crying out loud. He played for the Arizona Cardinals. It says here, just because I might have not, says here he filed 2 notices, a claim for $1 million in damages against the cities of Mesa and Phoenix Police Departments, and the Phoenix Aviation Department, and the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. The lawsuit alleges that police pointed their guns. This was happening on April 10th this year. They pointed their guns at Lisi and then handcuffed him while he was picking his 26-year-old daughter up from the airport. Now, police mistook Lisey's white Mercedes for a car thought to belong to the suspect of a nearby shooting, the claim said. Again, I'm no police officer, so I'm not gonna bash the law enforcement saying too hard, because again, we just don't know certain protocol in the heat of the moment. I'll just be honest, but I feel as though if you know the man you're looking for, there has to be another way to operate it. I'm just being honest. There has to be another way to operate things. Okay, you already have guns drawn at him. Get out the car nice and slow. Once he gets out the car, you're good. Then they cuffed him face down, and you still realize, like, no, this is the guy we're looking for. And then it ended up being a white 19-year-old. This man is close to in his 60s. Maybe in his maybe in his mid to late 50s. And black. I mean, y'all, we gotta do better. We have to do better. This is now I ain't gonna chant no default. No. This is a training issue to the core. Now, folks can also say, well, is race included? I mean, hey, I ain't gonna. I never will go that route. But I ain't see a lot of brothers in that uniform there too. I'm just saying, like, and I hope that's not the case. But again, we know as a community, as black people, we know that the relationship between the black community and law enforcement is still rocky. It is. It's still rocky. And I've done here in my hometown, I've done a lot of functions where the law enforcement and the community, how we can bridge the gap between both, because at the end of the day, most officers, most law enforcement and the law enforcement, they're here to serve and protect. The sad part is, yes, you have your bad apples, right? But you also have moments where lack of training has been put out there to the public, right? And they all it takes is but one case that will go viral, and the rest is history, and it's back to rebuilding and this and it's difficult. Let me continue on reading this. It says here, police officers witnessed a standard common father and daughter reunion at the airport and then drew their weapons, forcing them both to the ground, handcuffing both of them and utterly refusing to take the context of the situation into account. And the notice reads, Mr. Easley and his daughter must grapple with the pain and embarrassment stemming from their police arrest, imprisonment at the airport. Representative of the cities in the city department and airports said they could not comment on the pending litigations. At the time of the detainment, the Met Police said in a statement that the shooter was possibly a white male wearing a black mask and black sweats. This man was not wearing a mask. And he was, I don't know, he wasn't white. He was dark as night. All right. And another quote says, we do not believe officers with the vehicle were aware of the prior to or at the time of the traffic stop. The department added that after speaking with the occupants, it was determined they did not match the description of the shooter, and they were released. Now, that's not how you want to get picked up from the airport. One of the officers appeared to joke, according to, and don't give me that joking crap, okay? Don't give it to me. Like, I mean, literally, like, you over here arrested me and my daughter. I mean, it's straight up bull. Like, I mean, it really is, because you, sir, are a part of a horrific moment that this father and daughter will never forget. This girl is just 26 years old. she was reuniting with her parent, and she comes in cuffs. I mean, and then he's like, the officer's over here, not the way you want to be picked up from the airport. You think this is a laughing matter, boss? Do you think this is a laughing matter? That's why you saw the man. He shook his hands and he's like, And the next day, $2 million. $2 million. And the police ultimately, as you heard, they ultimately arrested the 19-year-old white man. Mr. Lisi said, look, I'm 6'4", 240 pounds. He said, I'm a nice looking man, but I'm dark skinned. And there's never been a confusion between a Caucasian male and myself. Benjamin Taylor, a lawyer of Lisi, had said that Lisi and his daughter have sought therapy because of the incident, as they should. I mean, that's as I mentioned, it's a horrific incident. So, y'all, I gotta ask y'all, what kind of mess does this sound? We looking for a white male 19-year-old, but I think we got him. This guy is a 6'4", 240-pound black man who's, I mean, it's just, this is a huge flaw. A huge flaw. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I gotta decompress real quick, my friends. But look, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Arrington Gavin Show.
Let me tell you something that most people get wrong about suits. A suit isn't just about you wearing it. It's how you show the world who you are. It's your handshake before you say a word, your presence when you step into any room. That's why we design statements at Dapper Luke. We don't just make suits. We'll start with the fabrics that tell your story, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends sourced from the finest mills in Italy, the UK, and India. Then we'll combine that with your vision, your personality, and your style. Every detail is tailored to you, from the fit to the finish. Whether for your wedding, a gala, the boardroom, we specialize in creating custom suits that are unique, just like the men who wear them. We spent years perfecting this craft, apprenticing other designers in New York and showcasing collections in New York and for Baltimore Fashion Week. None of that matters as much as seeing the look on your face when you try on your custom suit. Over 900 clients have already trusted us to deliver the best custom suits. They trust me to deliver the confidence. We proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore and would be honored to bring your vision to life next. Let's create something unforgettable. Book your free consultation today at www.dapperluke.com.
All right, my friends, welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. Well, look, last story I want to discuss here is a couple, Michael and Susan Dell. Okay, Michael and Susan Dell recently announced that they will launch, they will give 6.25 billion, would it be a capital B? Let me go ahead and play this for you real quick. Give me 1 second as I pull this up for you all.
Really exciting.
Absolutely. It's a very special moment. We're making a $6.25 billion investment in America's kids through our charitable funds.
Next year, every American child will be able to get an investment account powered by Invest America.
We've seen what happens when a child gets even a small financial head start. Their world expands.
The real power of these accounts is that anyone can contribute. Parents, relatives.
Let me pause that real quick and read it more because I'm looking at my time and I didn't know how long this clip would be here. So hold tight, my friends, because we're almost coming to a close. It says here that in a major philanthropic way, billionaires Michael and Susan Dell are donating $6.25 billion to deposit $250 into saving accounts for up to 25 million American children. Now, the announcement from the Dells, which was confirmed by White House official, gives the Fund to Invest America, which sets up a tax advantage investment account for American children starting at birth. So the so-called Trump accounts are a key piece of the president's signature tax and spending legislations, which passed earlier this year. Now, what's your thoughts on this, my friends? What's your thoughts on this? I have to read a little more into the matter of fact. I'm going to do so as I'm looking at my time. I'm doing good here. So I'm all about giving back, right? So if this is let me see here, 6.2. If this is true, what I'm hearing here, I think this would be a wonderful wonderful thing. So let me go ahead and read this to you. Okay, so the Dells had announced, the money from their charitable funds would help to seed Trump accounts. All right, the gift was, I mentioned, $250 each into each eligible child's account, which is meant to grow over time through investment in low-cost stock funds that track market index. Now, Michael told NPR, the idea is to give millions of children a head start on saving for the future. I'm all for that. And we know that when children have accounts like this, even with modest sums, they have better outcomes in life. All right. Now the big question is, who would receive this? It says here, to receive the Dell gift, children need to have a social security number and be age 10 or under and born before January 1st of 2025. A lot of requirements. Dell also told NPR they're trying to reach kids who need the money the most, which is why the gift targets recipients who live in zip codes where the median income is less than $150,000. The Dells say the gift will reach nearly 80% of children in the eligible age groups across 75% of zip codes in the U.S. Now it says here, as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill the One Big Beautiful Bill Act signed into law this past summer, every American born from this year through 2028 is in line to automatically receive a Trump account funded with $1,000 from the U.S. Treasury. How can I get me $1,000? I need me some money. Shoot, I'm broke. I need me some money. Maybe if I start talking nice about this guy, maybe I might all of a sudden get $1,000 just popped in my account. Let me start saying some nice things about Trump. Hey there, Donald, you look good. Love the tan, love the hair. Did you do something, man? Are you losing weight? You look good. That golfing game is getting better, my friend. No one like you, man. No one like you. One of the greatest of all time. One of the greatest presidents. Let me stop, y'all. Let me stop. Anyways, I'm running low on time, so I'm going to continue on this conversation on the next show. But as always, my friends, thank you so much for sticking with us here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Hope you can continue to just stay safe out there, stay blessed, stay informed. Continue to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. Weeknights available on all digital and streaming platforms. As I mentioned before, look, stay informed by checking out all media, all forms of news from all sides of the aisle. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt. I'll talk to y'all soon next time. I'm out.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. that's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.